Hello, hope y'all are doing well. It's September 14th, and today I'm back. So today I'm going to be talking about the tropics, and I'm going to be talking about kind of just general things, like pretty much just looking at everything over the next week. I mean, that's about like a pretty straight way to put it. Uh, yeah, I hope y'all are doing well. It's Wednesday. I just wanted to like talk about like uploading schedules and stuff because I've been very inconsistent over the past like 2 months, like regarding uploads. Because I mean, right now I meant to upload. I tried to upload Monday, but now this week and like the last couple of weeks have been not going good for like school and that kind of stuff, and I gotta spend some more time on that. But I do have time today. I know there's not going to be a video tomorrow just because I have other stuff going on. Um, but I probably could do one Friday, maybe if not Friday, definitely Saturday. Uh, so yeah, I mean, I guess the schedule right now is during the week. I'm gonna try to get 2 videos out, and that's Monday through Friday. So, I mean, I know Wednesdays most of the time I'll be able to do videos, just because I have less going on. And Wednesdays is the only afternoon that I don't have like cross country after school, so I can have a little more time. Uh, but and then I mean, I hopefully by next week I'll start to, or not by next week, but hopefully soon I'll be able to get some more videos going during the week. So I'm sorry about that. That everything's been kind of inconsistent lately. And I should have some other types of videos coming out here soon. Maybe tonight. This just depends if I get to it, because I don't have really much else to do for like a couple hours after this video. So we'll see. I might try to get some like twisted videos or something on Roblox. Do some storm chasing on Roblox. But yeah, let's go ahead and start talking about weather. So right now we do have a new tropical depression, Tropical Depression 7. This is in the Atlantic. We can see over the next couple days, no, it's going to be heading kind of west with a little bit of a slight northwest curve towards Monday, Sunday, according to the National Hurricane Center. It pretty much just goes straight over Puerto Rico. And yeah, so I mean, this is definitely looking like one of our more impactful storms we've seen so far this season, because this season in the Atlantic has been very quiet. This is also not moving fast, but it's moving pretty quick compared to other storms we've had. So, I think 13 miles per hour. And probabilities, that's kind of what we're looking at already, like 30 to 40 range over that area, because it's still not even a tropical storm, but there's pretty good confidence it will strengthen into a tropical storm. This is the latest run of the GFS. We can see our storm system right there tonight, heading kind of in that direction. And the GFS, just let's see where it takes it. So tomorrow afternoon, we can see it's strengthened a little bit. I mean, not really much of a difference though. When does the National Hurricane Center think it will become a tropical storm? Okay, so it thinks it'll become a tropical storm by like tomorrow morning, apparently. So we'll see if they're right on that. It's a little bit tricky to tell, kind of just off of the GFS or anything. But we can see it kind of just lingers around, like the Puerto Rico area. Just dumps a lot of rain over some areas. Puerto Rico does get a good bit of rain in the GFS, definitely. And then we can see that moves north. It goes to like the Dominican Republic. It goes north into like right near the coast. I mean, if the GFS happens, we would be seeing impacts. However, this is 231 hours out. This is about a week and a half away. This is next Saturday morning. This is the 24th. This is a while out. I mean, and then as this moves kind of north, we can see it just turns into like a massive like subtropical low and goes into Nova Scotia. It always happens. I really would love to live in Nova Scotia. I mean, it's other places I'd rather live in. But I mean, I'd still rather live in America though, because we got the tornadoes. That's the good part. Uh, but Nova Scotia would seem like a pretty interesting place to live, with all these subtropical storms, and even in the winter, get a lot of cool storm systems. Okay, so on the European model, let's go back down to the West Atlantic. We can see that storm system does very similar to the GFS. Like, brings a good bit of rain to Puerto Rico, not a whole lot of wind. Like, brings a lot more rain. The Dominican Republic heads north. One key difference though is by late next week, it's much further away from the coast. It also is not moving like straight for the coast. And it kind of just seems like it curves a little bit in the air, but still likely a hurricane. That is, by the time we get to that like strength in the Euro, we already have another wave behind it. But by the time we get to that strength or intensity, it's already like really early next week. So we'll see. This is going to be interesting to see what this does, moving pretty slowly. Impacts to the U.S., I would not say they're like, I would definitely with this, I would not say that impacts are ruled out in the U.S. What we'll have to see as we get like closer to this, because as of right now, I mean, it's still like about a week and a half out. So models are not going to have a good grasp on this, and we can see that because of the very like wide differences between the GFS and the Euro. The Canadian, let's just look at the Canadian for fun. This will be fun. Okay, that's very similar. So the Canadian just goes like into Florida. Okay, no, right next to the Keys. Okay, what? I just don't see how a model can be so different than all the other models. Like, I just don't see that. Okay, I mean, I'm not going to say this is not possible, because, I mean, it is. But I wouldn't say this is the more likely solution from this. Like I said, I wouldn't completely rule it out, just like with... I mean, I'd say right now, I mean, impacts to the U.S. I'm not going to get any, like, specifics, because I'm not going to lie. But I mean, I would say there's a potential for some impacts. Now, what those are right now, there's really, like, very low. There's really, we don't know, but, or I don't know, but, I think this is a little bit of a lower, like, I don't think the solution is likely to happen. It could. I mean, the Canadian tends to not be right, especially in situations like this when both the GFS and the Euro have, like, an extremely different solution. But it's really just like one small thing though, because on the Euro we see this just move into the Gulf. It doesn't really curve like the GFS and the Euro curves up the kind of like up the coast. So it's really just one small thing that's not there in the Canadian. I'm kind of curious what that is. Let me. Don't really know how to know. I think it's just that we don't really have like any guidance. Like, we don't have like a high pressure off like the northeast like we do. We don't really have that either. I mean, on the GFS and the Euro, kind of just. I think we do. It's more over there on the Canadian. We don't have that really acting as strongly on it, while in the GFS we see like more kind of pushed to the north. Don't really see that a whole lot on the Canadians. That's kind of why we see it just go straight into the Gulf, because we don't have that high. We do in the GFS. So yeah, now looking at the U.S. just kind of general weather. We have a few marginal risks in the plains areas. Generally in the central U.S. No, we're not really going to talk about, or I'm not going to talk about those, because I really don't want to make this like that long of a video, because I don't feel like there's a whole lot to talk about. It's probably going to get kind of boring. Well, I mean, one thing is we're seeing snow in Canada, so, I mean, tonight, the GFS, look at that, we see some snow switch over in Quebec there, or some rain switch over to snow. Not a whole lot going on in the eastern U.S. because we had that high blocking everything for a good bit of time here. Why is it's not my computers? It's just Pivotal Weather. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the southeast will be going like a more dry, hot pattern for at least the next week until like that. I'd probably be what could maybe bring rain back into the southeast. But then after this, though, look at this. You start to see like late in the run. This is kind of just for fun. This is not like the chances of this happening, or like not the chances of it happening, but like the chances of this happening like this is low. I mean, where we can see we have a storm system in the Great Lakes there, and snow line gets pretty far south with that. Almost see snow in the U.S. Like not in the mountains. I mean like. Normally, I think last year, I don't remember where we first saw it on like models. I don't remember when either, but it does look like the central U.S. and the northern, like the Midwest, the upper Midwest, the Great Lakes will be seeing a pretty active pattern, especially and in the West too. The West will be pretty active. Temperature wise, of course, because it's September now and you want it to be cooler, it's going to be above average in the southeast. Or everywhere pretty much. I mean, next Monday morning we can see entire like eastern U.S. with the exception of Florida and Maine is above average. The central U.S. west is above average, but then like as you get closer to the coast, like kind of mixed, a little more below average. But yeah, we can see that's that storm system that I showed y'all a second ago. So yeah, I mean, definitely looks like most of the U.S. will be above average for like 1 or 2 weeks. Not going to be like any significant temperature swings or anything. This kind of caught my eye though in the Central Plains. So we see like a cold front type thing. But next Thursday, what is this? What is going on here? I think we have I don't think this is a cold front. I think this is just like a stationary front maybe. So it looks like it's connected to that. I mean, this is something we see. I remember seeing like a lot in the fall, like last year or two. Just windy and cool in the plains. Now, what does the European have? Does the European also have this? The European has a much more. Yeah, the European also has this. So we could be looking at some like below average temperatures maybe mid next week across like the northern plains. But then look at the south. You have some 100s popping up in and around like areas of Arkansas, northern Mississippi, southwest Tennessee. But yeah, so very warm, I guess you could say. What could we see like the actual? We do see that cooler air up here. Like like these are the highs next Tuesday from the National Weather Service. These are not like modeled. They're based off of models, but they're a little more accurate. These will verify. There's a chance that these will verify. That's much greater. We can see like highs in around like 60 in much of the northern plains. Not bad, not bad. But then as you go further south, in the Omaha 80, Kansas City 90, 100, and I think that's Fort Smith, Arkansas. I think it's Fort Smith. Always forget it. Texas mainly in the 90s. Southeast mainly in the 90s as well. Sorry. West is not that bad. I'd say it could be worse. I mean, still definitely hot, but not I don't think as bad as it could be. No. Oh yeah, and then tomorrow morning, it'll be pretty nice across the east. We can see we got mainly 60s and even some 50s mixed in across areas of Georgia, South Carolina, like in the far south, which as we go north, though, widespread 50s in this area. Even some 40s as you go into the more interior areas of the northeast. Are Quebec getting below 40 there? No, like in some areas only get below 40 according to the National Weather Service in like UP and Michigan. But then look at those lows as you go further west, like 69. Southwest Minnesota there. It's a city, I just don't know what it's called. Omaha 69. So yeah, I mean pretty cool in the east. It's pretty nice for September. I mean still not that below average. But it's nice, I guess, compared to what it could be. But yeah, that'll wrap up the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all all have a great day tomorrow. Like I said, I'll either be back on Friday, or if I'm not Friday, I'll be back on Saturday. And then on Friday or Saturday, I'll have like a little more of like what my schedule would probably be. But yeah, thank you for watching. I appreciate it.